What's up, guys? We are back with a full slate of MLB action here on Saturday, July 19th. We're going to give out plays on every MLB game on the slate. I'll give you my favorite underdog pick of the day and my massive lock, my pick that regardless of price, I think has the highest chance of cashing today. Slam that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep seeing these videos every day, and let us know what you're thinking in the comments. I personally answer every comment every single day. Check the pinned comment throughout the day to see our favorite picks, and it pays to check back a couple of times per day to see if there are any changes with injury news coming out and starters being confirmed. Yesterday, guys, not too bad for our first day back after the All-Star break. Got off to a rough start there with that day game there between Boston and the Cubs. We were on Boston, and the offense just didn't show up there in a 4-1 loss. That's something you always have to worry about in Game 1 after the All-Star break. Now, we had the Padres at minus 165. It was a comfortable 7-2 win there. Cease really did look good, and while the bullpen wasn't necessarily lights out, the Nationals bullpen continues to be a complete disaster. So the Padres take the win. We had Cleveland at minus 140. That was an 8-6 win in that one. Saccone was great, but made things interesting down the stretch. Cleveland came up with more offense when it mattered, and they come away with the win. Now, we still have the Mariners drawing live right now at time of recording. It's currently 2-1. Seattle's up there in the top of the 8th inning, so we'll see if they can hold on. Houston is threatening right now, so we'll see how that goes. We had the Orioles at plus 106 as our dog of the day. Yeah, that was a weird one, guys. The Orioles lose 11-1. Apparently, the third time was the charm there for Taj Bradley, as he got shelled twice by Baltimore this season before shutting them down in this start, his third time facing them. Uncle Charlie Morton was terrible out there, so yeah, that was an annoying spot. He also had positive history in this matchup, so yeah, that one just really went against the grain. We cashed our massive lock of the day, which was the Toronto Blue Jays at minus 130, a very reasonably priced lock of the day. They come away with a comfortable 4-0 win behind Bassett pitching out of trouble constantly. Somehow the Giants managed to score 0 runs on 11 hits in this game. Toronto, they're looking like a real problem out there in the MLB right now. So we'll see how things go out there today, but we'll see if the Mariners can figure it out. But we're looking at a pretty decent day out there, especially considering, like I said, it's the first day back from the All-Star break. So guys, we got a ton of games to break down here on Saturday. We're going to dive right in. First up, we've got the San Francisco Giants going on the road to take on the Toronto Blue Jays. The Giants come into this game fresh off that 4-0 loss there, so slam that thumbs up button if you enjoyed cashing the Blue Jays there as our lock of the day yesterday. The Giants have lost 3 in a row. They'll hand the ball here to Logan Webb, who's 9-6 on the year, a 2.94 ERA. His last outing was in the All-Star game, and he was fine out there, gave up 1 hit. But, over his last few starts heading into the All-Star break, wasn't looking the sharpest. So we'll see what he can do here against Toronto. Obviously, a team that comes into this game hitting the ball pretty well. He hasn't faced the Blue Jays yet this season, so we'll see what he can do out there. Obviously, the Giants' bullpen's been good this year. Maybe not quite as sharp recently as they've been, this season overall. The offense has been nothing special. They've scored 0, 2, and 1 over their last 3 games. They're currently 21st in the majors in runs scored, 28th in batting average, batting .229 as a team, 27th in slugging percentage. This is not a very scary offense. So we'll see what they can do here against the Blue Jays, who at 56-41 have a 3-game lead out there in the AL East. They'll hand the ball here to Eric Lauer, who's 4-2 this season, a 2.78 ERA. His last start, 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs against the White Sox. Clearly not his best stuff in that one. He's actually shown really good stuff in, I don't know. The dude's looked good. Like, I got to give him credit. He's looked pretty good. Now, we don't have any history here against the Giants, so we don't know about that, but I'm expecting Lauer to go out there and have a pretty good outing against a pretty weak hitting team. Now, the bullpen situation for Toronto has been very good this season, a 3.54 bullpen ERA. Absolutely nothing to complain about there, and the offense is looking very good. Coming up with 4 runs here in Game 1 after the All-Star break. Okay, nothing too crazy, but over the course of the year, they're 2nd in the majors, batting .258 as a team. They are 3rd in the majors, getting on base at a .330 clip. They're 12th in runs scored. That's a number that's going to go up here throughout the rest of the season. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Giants are minus 120. The Blue Jays are plus 104. We've got a total of 8. San Francisco is only 24-25 on the road. They are 24-22-3 to the over on the road. Toronto's 32-16 at home. They are 29-18-1 to the over at home. I'm not too interested in the total here. You could maybe talk me into the over, but I don't really care about the total. I think this is a good spot to be on Toronto. Getting plus money here is pretty nuts. Plus 104 here. I know that we've got Logan Webb on the mound there for the Giants, but I'm not too scared of him right now. Definitely give me the Blue Jays here at plus 104 playing at home. Next on the docket, we've got the Cincinnati Reds going on the road to take on the New York Mets. The Reds came up with a solid 8-4 win in Game 1 of this series. They're going to hand the ball in Game 2 to Nick Martinez, who's 7-9 on the year, a 4.78 ERA. Now, his last start was against the Rockies, and he was good, but when it's against the Rockies, we're not going to overreact too much. That being said, we do notice that the Reds are 4-1 over his last five outings. Now, those weren't all starts, but he did have an 8-inning just shutdown performance there against the Padres. We'll see what he can do here against the Mets. Has he faced the Mets this year? No, he has not faced the Mets yet this season. So we'll see how that goes. I'm expecting him to be okay out there. He has not been super reliable, though, so I'm a little bit worried. The bullpen for Cincinnati, a 3.94 bullpen ERA is not great, but we've seen them be great at different points this season, so maybe they can turn it around. The offense has been pretty decent. I mean, 8, 4, 4, 2, and 6 over their last few games. Not incredible because, 3 of those games were against the Colorado Rockies, but they're 11th in the majors in runs scored, despite being 16th in slugging percentage and 16th in batting average. This is a decent offense. Not elite, but I would say decent. So we'll see if they can get it going here against the Mets, who come in this game 55-43 on the season. They'll hand the ball to Clay Holmes in this game, who's 8-4 this year, a 3.31 ERA. His last start, 5 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, and a 3-2 loss against the Royals. Not exactly filling me with tons of optimism. I mean, we'll see what he can do here against the Reds. No, he has not faced the Reds this year, but Clay Holmes, he's been okay. Maybe not lights out recently, but okay, keeping his team in a lot of games. So we'll see how he does. The Mets bullpen has looked great at some points this year, but right now looking pretty middle of the road. A 3.95 bullpen ERA, certainly nothing to write home about. And the offense, really not going nuts either. I mean, 4 runs here in the first game after the All-Star break, 3-3, 8, 3-1, like just not really crushing it. And this is a team that's supposed to be really good at the plate, and they just haven't been that good. They haven't been that bad either, but I mean, 14th in runs scored and 12th in on-base percentage doesn't paint a picture of, an amazing offense. So looking at the numbers here, the Reds are plus 150. The Mets are minus 178. We've got a total of 8.5. The Reds are 22-25 on the road, 24-22-1 to the under on the road. The Mets are 33-14 at home. That's an MLB best home mark. They are 23-22-2 to the under at home. Generally speaking in this game, guys, I'm going to lean towards the Reds. I don't know if this is going anywhere near the pinned comment necessarily, but I don't trust the Mets right now. Their pitching situation hasn't looked great. Martinez, I know he's inconsistent, but the Reds' bats have been going here. So, yeah, at 1.5 to 1, I think the Reds probably the value side in this game. Next up, we've got the Kansas City Royals going on the road to take on the Miami Marlins. The Royals lost in a pretty crazy one there yesterday, a 2-run walk-off home run in the 10th inning to give the Marlins the 8-7 win. The Royals are going to hand the ball in this one to Michael Wacha, hoping he can help them bounce back. He's 4-9 on the season, a 3.74 ERA. He was really good his last time out. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run allowed, and it was eventually an 8-3 loss there against the Mets. So, yeah, pitching for the Royals can be a little bit rough. We'll see what he can do here against the Marlins. Obviously, a team you would kind of expect to have success against this season, but I mean, we'll see. It's been a little different. Walker's been a bit inconsistent, but generally pretty good. The bullpen for the Royals, can't complain too much, a 3.70 bullpen ERA. The problem for this team is their total and complete lack of offense. They came with 7 runs yesterday and managed to lose. They're 29th in the majors in runs scored this year. They are 27th in on-base percentage. This team just sucks at the plate. There's really no way around it, no great explanation for it. They're just not very good at hitting the baseball, and that's going to be what sinks them this year if they can't figure it out here down the stretch, which, I mean, this many games into the season seems kind of unlikely. So we'll see what they do here on the road against the Marlins, who are 45-51 on the season. They've won 3 in a row now. They'll hand the ball to Cal Quantrill, who is 3-8 this season, a 5.62 ERA. Not exactly killing it, although he did have a pretty solid 3-game stretch there. And over his last 5 starts, the Marlins are 4-1. So got to give him some credit. He did get shelled by the Reds his last 2 on the mound, so that's not a great look. We'll see what he can do against the Royals, a team that he has not faced this season. Generally, not going to be expecting Quantrill to have a very good time out there in general, but you never know. The Marlins bullpen, a 4.05 bullpen ERA, really nothing special there. The offense, though, 8, 11, and 6 runs over their last 3 games. They've got some hitters out there, guys. Kyle Stowers, kind of a monster. They're currently 19th in the majors in batting average, 19th in the majors in slugging percentage, but they are also 19th in the majors majors in runs scored. So kind of, the 19th best offense in the majors, while not, a disaster, not necessarily great, but they're swinging some pretty hot bats coming into this game. So looking at the numbers here, the Royals are minus 115, the Marlins are plus 100, a total of 8.5 in this game. Kansas City is only 23-24 on the road. They're 27-19-1 to the under on the road. The Marlins are 20-27 at home, 28-19 to the under at home. This game, given the trends towards the under, maybe you want to look at under 8.5 here. I don't know if I'm in love with a ton of unders here, in the back half of the season, but we'll see how that goes. And in terms of a side, I'll slightly lean towards the Royals to bounce back here with Walk on the mound, but nothing from this game is making the pinned comment. Guys, hopping here with a quick shout out to the sponsor of today and every day's video, and that is StumpTheSpread.com. Click the link in the description to go over there and see the top confidence picks from our entire team of experienced cappers. Right now, our premium members are getting daily MLB and UFC picks with NFL and college football coming up before you know it. Major League Baseball has been our most profitable sport the last several years in a row. Is off to a great first half of the MLB season, or more than first half now. At StumpTheSpread.com, you'll be able to see exclusive free picks that are only posted there, our free to use bet size calculator, and our premium top confidence picks, which might not and usually will not always match what you see here in the videos, as I am not the MLB handicapper for Stump the Spread. We've got a monster over there with many more years of experience. He uses some very sophisticated tools and algorithms to make his predictions, taking a crazy amount of data points into consideration on every single play that he makes. And guys, he's been on a insane heater to start July. Now, yesterday, not looking up to that normal insane-o hot streak that he had going on. Now, looking like it could be a break-even day if the Dodgers can make a little bit of a comeback here at the end against that bad Milwaukee bullpen. But he had Arizona. That was a solid win, although only a 1-unit win. The Mets didn't work out. The Nationals didn't work out. But if the Dodgers can come through, and Arizona did finish that off for a 7-3 win, not the worst day ever. Not every day is going to be an insane win every single pick. Like, that's just not, the reality of what we're doing here. That's not how life works. But overall, he's been on quite the heater. You can see all these plays up on the screen. July has been a crazy month, so I expect him to get right back after it. And, we're coming off the All-Star break, guys. There can be a little bit of weirdness. Like I was saying in my last video, there can be some weirdness here as teams, get back into the actual swing of the season here post All-Star break. So definitely get over there, check out the premium picks. Also check out all the free picks that we have over there. Our free to use bet size calculator is a great tool that everybody should be using to, make sure that you're keeping your bankroll and your bets, in alignment, so you're not going broke out here doing this. Also, you got to go over to StumpTheSpread.com to get on the free email list. It's great information straight to your inbox every single day with at least one free pick, often 2 free picks. There are parlays included in those emails a lot of the time, and also great information on niche sports betting like golf, NASCAR, all kinds of good stuff like that. Tennis, for instance, like a lot of great information in those emails every single day, and they're absolutely free. Also, if you've been on the email list and you're not finding those emails, check your spam folder, guys. That ends up happening to us quite a bit. Also, if you're a huge fan of what you're seeing here every single day, sign up for a YouTube channel membership by clicking the little join button right below the video. Channel members get exclusive early access to all of our videos, get their name up on screen in every video, but more importantly, guys, you get access to our members only giveaways. We'll be giving away another Stump the Spread hoodie here in 2 days now. On the 21st, we'll be doing another giveaway. Only the YouTube channel members get in on these giveaways, guys, and it's a free hoodie straight to your inbox if you happen to be the winner. So, guys, we got a ton of games to cover here on a very crowded Saturday slate, so we're going to dive right back in. We're going to be looking at the Los Angeles Angels going on the road to take on the Philadelphia Phillies. The Angels actually came away with the 6-5 win there in Game 1 of this series in Philadelphia. The Angels 48-49 on the year. Not something that I would have predicted. They'll hand the ball in this game to Yusei Kikuchi, who is 4-6 this season, a 3.11 ERA. His last start headed in the All-Star break, not amazing. 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs against Arizona. Now that was in a 10-5 win, so maybe that cancels that out a little bit. We'll see what Kikuchi can do here against the Phillies. Obviously, a kind of tough team to face, but he's been pretty solid this year. The Angels bullpen, on the other hand, has not been great, but hasn't been as bad recently. A 5.01 bullpen ERA over the course of the year, though, is still bad. Don't get me wrong. The offense has really been finding a way here down the stretch. 6, 1, 10, 6, 4, and 11 runs over their last few games. They're 15th in the majors in runs scored. They're 11th in slugging percentage. This might not be the scariest offense out there, but I would say they're definitely on the list. They're a team that can jump on you and put up some runs. So we'll see what they do here against the Phillies, who are 55-42 on the year, only a half game lead there over the Mets in the NL East. They'll hand the ball to Taijuan Walker in this game. He, normally a bullpen guy, but he, made a start there back on July 8th. 4 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run against San Francisco in a 4-3 loss. We'll see what he looks like here against the Angels. I'm not necessarily expecting miracles from this guy, and when he comes out of the game, which, he's not going to go super deep into the game, that Phillies bullpen has been a huge problem for this team. A 4.35 bullpen ERA is not great, and the offense has not really been amazing either. I mean, 5-2, 4-2, 13, 3, 1, and 3 over their last several games. Obviously, Schwarber's hitting the cover off the ball, but they're 13th in the majors in runs scored. They are 14th in slugging percentage, 8th in batting average. Is this offense really good enough to make up for a mediocre rotation and a terrible bullpen? Seems a little sketch to me. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Angels are plus 110. The Phillies are minus 130. Total of 9.5 in this game. The Angels are 23-26 on the road, a 500 over-under team on the road. The Phillies are 30-16 at home, 22-21-3 to the over at home. I'm not interested in the total in this game, really, guys, but if you're begging me for a side and you're not even going to beg too hard, I do think the Angels at plus 110 have some value here. Taijuan Walker, not somebody I'm super high on, not super high on this Phillies offense at the moment. I think Kikuchi is in a pretty reasonable spot against them. So, yeah, definitely give me a good hard look at the Angels here at plus 110 as a potential, dog of the day. Next up, guys, we're looking at the Chicago White Sox going on the road to take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The White Sox came up with a crazy 10-1 win yesterday. Their first game out of the All-Star break looking real good. They'll hand the ball here to Adrian Hauser in Game 2, who's been great this season. 5-2, a 1.56 ERA. His last start was against the Toronto Blue Jays, one of the hottest hitting best teams in the majors. He went 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, and 1 earned run, and it was a 2-1 win for the Chicago White Sox. So, got to be pretty high on what Hauser's doing over his last 4 starts, including 2 starts against Toronto, 1 against San Francisco, 1 against Colorado. The White Sox are 4-0. Pretty nuts stuff. We'll see what he can do here against the Pirates. Not a team he's faced yet this year, but one of the worst offenses in the majors. I'm expecting Hauser to be lights out there. The White Sox bullpen, a 3.98 bullpen ERA. Not great, but not the end of the world. The offense isn't great either, but they came with 10 runs and 10, 5-2, 5-2, and 2 over their last few games. They're not great. They're 30th in the majors in batting average, so last, 28th in runs scored and 28th in on-base percentage, but they usually find a way to put up some runs with Hauser on the mound, and they've been hitting the ball a little bit better here recently. So we'll see what they do here in Pittsburgh in Game 2. The Pirates, obviously, at 39-59, not having a great time. They'll hand the ball to Mike Burrows, who's 1-3 this season, a 4.83 ERA. His last start, he went 1 1/3 innings against the Twins and got absolutely shelled. Before that, he'd been looking pretty decent. We'll see what he can do here against the White Sox. You would think he would have a good time against the White Sox, but this dude's 25 years old. He could definitely have his problems out there. So we'll see what he can do. The Pirates' bullpen's been pretty mediocre. A 3.87 bullpen ERA is showing signs of improvement, but not exactly an amazing bullpen. And the offense is bad, guys. It's really bad. They are dead last in the majors in runs scored. They're 27th in batting average, batting .230 as a team. They're just not good, guys. They're 25th in on-base percentage and last in slugging percentage. This is a terrible offense. So looking at the numbers, the White Sox are plus 115. The Pirates are minus 135. We got a total of 8.5 in this game. The White Sox are 11-36 on the road. That's an MLB worst. They are 30-15-2 to the under on the road. The Pirates are 26-21 at home and a slight under team at home. I think under 8.5 is live in this game, but I will definitely be taking the White Sox here at plus 115 with Adrian Hauser on the mound. Dude is just too good. There's no way around it. He's too good to be pitching for the White Sox, I'll tell you that. But I'm expecting him to go out there and have a dominant performance here against the Pirates. If he goes 8 innings, I think the bullpen for the White Sox will be just fine, and they'll find a way to put up a couple runs. Rolling right along, we've got the San Diego Padres going on the road to take on the Washington Nationals. The Padres got the 7-2 win against the Nationals there yesterday. Here in Game 2, they'll hand the ball to Yu Darvish. He's 0-1 on the season, a 6.48 ERA. This is only his 3rd start since coming off the IL. We'll see what he looks like. First start against Arizona, Second start against the Phillies, not very good. So we'll see if he can turn it around here. Obviously, they need him going down the stretch. The Padres bullpen's been excellent this year. No problem there. 2nd best in the majors. The offense, though, has been pretty mediocre. I know they're coming off a game where they scored 7 runs, but Machado and Tatis really have to carry this group, and that's been a little problematic. They're 17th in batting average, 25th in runs scored. Just not the scariest, lineup out there. So we'll see what they do against the Nationals, who are sliding right now. They've lost 5 in a row. They're 38-59 this season. Handing the ball to young Mitchell Parker, who is 5-10 on the year, a 5.12 ERA. His last couple starts have been disasters, getting destroyed by Milwaukee and destroyed by Boston. We'll see if he can get back on track here against a Padres team that he was good against back on June 23rd. 6 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. So not amazing. He also gave a couple home runs in that game. So we'll see what he can do. The Nationals bullpen, terrible, worst in the majors right now. The offense, not great, definitely not worst in the majors, but around MLB average, 18th in batting average, 17th in runs scored. Not really the scariest lineup. So looking at the numbers, the Padres are minus 145, the Nationals are plus 123. We've got a total of 9 in this game. The Padres are 21-26 on the road, 25-20-2 to the under on the road. Washington 18-28 at home, 24-21-1 to the over at home. In general in this game, I'm going to lean slightly towards the Nationals at plus 123 because I don't trust Yu Darvish yet. But guys, this is not going in the pinned comment. I don't trust anything from this game very much. So definitely more of a stay away spot for me. Next on the docket, we're looking at the Baltimore Orioles going on the road to take on the Tampa Bay Rays. The Orioles come into this game losers of 3 in a row. Really a weird reversal of history there in game 1 of this series, given the history the 2 pitchers had against these teams. But in game 2, they'll hand the ball to Dean Kremer, who's 8-7 on the year, a 4.24 ERA. His last start, he dominated the Marlins, giving up no runs on 3 hits over 7 innings in a 5-2 win. The Orioles are 4-1 over his last 5 starts. He's looked great, and against Tampa Bay, his last time out, 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 6 strikeouts in a 5-1 win. So we'll see if Dean Kremer can hold up in this one. We'll see if the Orioles bullpen, which has been bad this year, a 4.70 bullpen ERA, see if they can hold up. The offense for the Orioles has scored 2 runs over their last 3 games. So swinging some very cold bats coming into this one. And in general, guys, I mean, they're 23rd in batting average, 15th in slugging percentage, and somewhere around 22nd in runs scored. So not exactly a powerhouse this year, especially compared to what they did last season. The Rays come into this game not playing their best either. They got swept by the Red Sox. They're headed into the All-Star break. They find themselves 5.5 games back in the AL East. They'll hand the ball to my twin brother, Zach Littell. He's 8-7 this season, a 3.56 ERA. He's been pretty good. Had a little bump in the road his last time out, giving up 3 earned runs on 6 hits over 5 2/3 innings against Detroit, but that was in a 7-3 win. The last couple times he's faced Baltimore, a dominant start and a mediocre start. So we'll see which version we get here. Obviously, the history between these two teams, maybe not that relevant. The Tampa Bay bullpen has been way better than the Baltimore one, but not its sharpest here recently. The offense, I mean, coming off an 11-run game looks great. 11, 1, 0, 4, and 3 over their last few doesn't look amazing, but the All-Star break being in the middle there, maybe they actually count as swinging some pretty hot bats right now. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Orioles are plus 106. The Rays are minus 120. We've got a total of 9 in this game. Baltimore 21-27 on the road, 31-16-1 to the under on the road. Tampa Bay 28-25 at home, 29-21-3 to the under at home. I think under 9 is a great value in this game. No run first inning, also worth mentioning here. Both these pitchers have excellent history against their opponent in this game, in their last start. So yeah, I definitely think under 9, super live in this game. I do worry about the bullpens a little bit, but I think the under is still great value. In terms of a side, I'll lean just slightly here towards Tampa Bay, but the under I think is my main play. Next on the docket, guys, we're looking at the Detroit Tigers going on the road to take on the Texas Rangers. The Tigers come into this game fresh off a 2-0 loss in Game 1. They'll hand the ball here in Game 2 to Keter Montero, who's 4-1 this year, a 4.02 ERA. His last start, 3 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs against Seattle. Not exactly his best stuff. That also wasn't a start. That was a bullpen outing. He's been in and out of the bullpen. We'll see. We'll see which version of Keter Montero we get here. He has not been very reliable. The Detroit bullpen was great for a long time, but has hit some pretty major bumps in the road here recently, all the way up to a 4.15 bullpen ERA. That's not great, even for a team that's been generally really good at the plate this year, although, getting shut out in their last game. They're currently, 6th in the majors in runs scored and 10th in batting average, but cannot say they're swinging very hot bats coming into this game. So we'll see what they do against the Rangers, who are 4-1 over their last 5. They'll hand the ball to Kumar Rocker, who is 3-4 this season, a 6.39 ERA, but recently he's been quite a bit better. I mean, his last start against the Angels, he got shelled, don't get me wrong, but he had 4 excellent starts before that. So we'll see if he gets back on the horse here, coming off the All-Star break. I'm expecting him to be decent. The Rangers bullpen's been excellent all year long. No concerns there. The problem with this team has been lack of offense. 2, 5, 4, 7, 11, 8, and 13 over their last few games, though. They were swinging some very hot bats coming into the All-Star break. We'll see if that carries over here. They are 22nd in runs scored and 25th in batting average, so not generally the scariest lineup. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Tigers are minus 105, the Rangers are minus 115, a total of 8.5 in this one. Detroit is an MLB best 27-20 on the road. They are 30-17 to the over on the road, which is also an MLB best. The Rangers are 26-19 at home, 31-14 to the under at home. It's a Rangers game, so you have to consider the under here. I'm probably not getting on that given these two starting pitchers. In terms of a side, I'm going to lean just slightly towards the Rangers at home at minus 115 under the impression that Kumar Rocker will have a bounce back, but guys, this game is a stay away spot for sure. Next up, we've got the Sacramento Athletics going on the road to take on the Cleveland Guardians. The Athletics 41-58 on the year, lost game 1 here 8-6. So if you enjoyed cashing the Guardians there yesterday, slam that thumbs up button, guys. The Athletics will hand the ball here to Luis Severino, who's 2-11 on the year, a 5.16 ERA. His last start, 4 2/3 innings pitched, 7 hits, 5 runs, only 1 of which was earned, and struck out 8 in what was eventually a 7-6 loss against Toronto. The Athletics are 0-5 over his last 5 starts. Those have been against some pretty good teams, don't get me wrong, but this dude not exactly killing it this year. Seems like he's probably fed up with being, out there in Sacramento where he's at with the Athletics. Now, the Athletics bullpen, one of the worst couple bullpens in the majors. The offense has had its moments for sure. I mean, they're currently 17th in runs scored and 14th in batting average. They've got some monsters out there, but you can't really trust them on a nightly basis. So we'll see what they do here on the road against the Guardians, who are 47-49 on the year. They need a good back half of the season for sure. They're handing the ball in this one to Logan Allen, who's 6-7 on the year, a 4.00 ERA, but his last 5 starts have been excellent. The Guardians are only 2-3 over those 5 starts, but he's been pretty close to lights out. Never giving up more than 3 earned runs in any of those starts, keeping his team right there in the game, even against some pretty tough opponents. So we'll see what he does here against the Athletics. Not a team he's faced this season, but I'm expecting Logan Allen to be pretty good in this outing. The Guardians bullpen, pretty decent. A 3.70 bullpen ERA, while not dominant, is definitely playable. The offense continues to hit the ball well. 8, 6, 6, 4, and 4 over their last few games. Jose Ramirez hitting the ball well. Quan obviously sitting that game out with a sore wrist is not great. We'll see if he can come back and look good. They need him there at the top of the order. They are 26th in the majors in runs scored, guys. They are 29th in batting average. So definitely an offense that has been swinging some hot bats, but needs to keep that going. Now, looking at the numbers, the Athletics are plus 115. The Guardians are minus 135. Totals out there of 8.5 or 9. The Athletics 21-26 on the road, 22-20-5 to the over on the road. Cleveland 20-23 at home, 23-19-1 to the under at home. So generally speaking in this game, guys, I'm going to fade Luis Severino. So give me the Guardians at minus 135, but is this a spot that I'm in love with? Not really, especially not until I know whether Quan is playing or not. Cruising through these games, we're looking at the New York Yankees going on the road to take on the Atlanta Braves. The Yankees coming to this game 53-44 on the season. A crazy throw there from Acuna yesterday, but yeah, a tough 7-3 loss there for the Yankees, who are not having a great time. They'll hand the ball to Will Warren in this game, who's 6-5 on the season, a 4.63 ERA. His last couple of starts have been very solid. A good start against the Cubs, a good start against the Mariners. The Yankees 1-1 over those starts. We'll see what he looks like here against the Atlanta Braves. Maybe not the scariest offense to face. He hasn't faced them yet this season, though. Will Warren, he's been pretty steady. I think he'll be fine out there. Will he be dominant? Seems, maybe likely, but not super likely. Now, the bullpen behind him has not been good. A 4.10 bullpen ERA for the Yankees has been a huge problem down the stretch, and the offense hasn't really been there either. They've scored 3, 1, and 2 runs over their last 3 games. They are 3 full games back of the Toronto Blue Jays there in the race for the AL East. They are still, 3rd in the majors in runs scored and 5th in batting average, but right now, it's looking a little sketch. So we'll see what they do against the Braves, who are 43-53 on the year. They're going to need a lot more wins like that one they just had. They're handing the ball in this one to Joey Wentz. He comes into this game. This is a bullpen guy for sure. Very recently acquired from Minnesota. And, in his one long bullpen stint there back on July 12th against the Cardinals, 3 innings, no hits, struck out 6. So a great outing there. We'll see what he looks like as a starter. We'll see what the bullpen looks like behind him. The Braves bullpen's been pretty good this season. A 3.60 bullpen overall. ERA overall, definitely not bad. The offense, though, they're swinging some pretty hot bats. 7, 4, 7, 6, 4, and 9 over their last few games is great. But 24th in the majors in runs scored and 21st in batting average, not exactly lighting the world on fire. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Yankees are favored at minus 130. The Braves are plus 110, totals of 9 or 9.5. The Yankees 23-24 on the road, basically a 500 over-under team on the road. Atlanta 24-22 at home, 28-15-3 to the under at home. Do we like the under in this game? Under 9.5 actually seems like not the worst spot. In terms of a side, I'm going to go ahead and fade the Yankees. They're looking pretty lethargic here coming out of the All-Star break. You would think they'd have a little bit more urgency, but they apparently don't. So give me the Braves at plus 110 and that under as a couple of small leans. Next on the docket, we're looking at the Boston Red Sox going on the road to take on the Chicago Cubs. The Red Sox 53-46 on the season, but lost 4-1 in game 1 here of this series at Wrigley. In game 2, they'll hand the ball to Brian Bello, who's 6-3 on the year, a 3.14 ERA. His last start was against Tampa Bay, and he was lights out. 6 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run, allowed 5 strikeouts, no walks. He's looked great since coming off the IL, pretty much. Maybe not exclusively great, but he's looked great over his last 3 starts. We'll see if he can keep that rolling here going up against the Cubs. Obviously not the easiest team to face. Now, the Red Sox bullpen's been excellent recently, a 3.42 bullpen ERA. Not going to complain about that. The offense coming up with only 1 run is not a great look, and they weren't swinging the hottest bats coming into the All-Star break, but they're still 5th in the majors in runs scored and 6th in batting average, so I'm not going to get too worried about this Red Sox offense. Now, they're taking on the Cubs, who've won 3 in a row coming into this game. They'll hand the ball to Shota Imanaga. He is 6-3 on the year, a 2.65 ERA. He's dealt with some injuries, but looks pretty good right now. 7 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run allowed against the Yankees his last time out, and a 4-1 win. So very good stuff there. Really nothing negative to say about Imanaga. He's been great this season when healthy. The Cubs bullpen's been excellent, a 3.50 bullpen ERA. Not about to complain about that. The offense for the Cubs, 4-4, 5-0, 8, and 2 over their last few. Maybe not swinging the hottest bats, but they're still 2nd in the majors in runs scored, 7th in batting average, 2nd in slugging percentage. Not time to jump off the Cubs bandwagon right now, guys. This team can definitely swing those bats. So looking at the numbers, the Red Sox are plus 128. The Cubs are minus 150. We've got a total of 9 in this game. Boston, 21-25 on the road, 25-21 to the over on the road. The Cubs, 30-14 at Wrigley, 23-18-3 to the over at home. I'm not going to take over 9 in this game. I would shade more towards the under than anything in this one. But in terms of a side, I think we're going to see the wheels come off a little bit for Brian Bello here. I love Imanaga on the mound in pretty much any situation. Going up against the Red Sox, I don't think is going to be any different. Giving the Cubs here at minus 150. And with Imanaga on the mound, you always have to think this has a chance to make the pinned comment. Next up, guys, we're looking at the St. Louis Cardinals going on the road to take on the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Cardinals at 51-47 on the year. Gonna have to have a pretty good back half of the season. They're a full 7.5 games back in the NL Central. They'll hand the ball here to Sonny Gray, who's 9-3 this season, a 3.50 ERA. His last start going into the All-Star break, only pitched 3 innings against Atlanta, but was good-ish over those 3 innings. So we'll see if he can keep it rolling here going up against the Diamondbacks. Not the easiest team to face by any stretch. He'd face them back in late May. 6 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs allowed in that game, and a 4-3 St. Louis win. So we'll see what he does this time. I'm not going to expect miracles from anybody going up against Arizona, but I think Sonny Gray will be okay out there. The Cardinals bullpen, I worry a little bit about. A 3.81 bullpen ERA, while not terrible, is maybe not amazing. And the offense has definitely started to tail off a little bit, guys. They're 10th in runs scored, 11th in batting average, but 18th in slugging percentage, 13th in on-base percentage. Just not swinging the hottest bats right now, and you're going to have to score some runs if you want to beat the Diamondbacks, who come into this game 48-50 on the season. Really going to have to, do some big stuff here down the stretch. They have won 2 in a row. They'll hand the ball here to Ryan Nelson, who comes into this game a 3.86 ERA, fresh off a mediocre start there at the Angels, but had been on quite the tear before that. We'll see what he looks like here against St. Louis. Not a team that he's faced this season, but Ryan Nelson has been putting up some really good numbers here lately, so I'm expecting him to be good, but I definitely expect the Arizona bullpen to be bad. Bottom 4 in the majors, a 4.94 bullpen ERA. Definitely not good. The offense, though, 7, 5, 6, 5, 4, 8, and 0 over their last few games. They're 5th in the majors in on-base percentage. They're 4th in runs scored, 4th in slugging percentage. This is a scary lineup for anybody to face, including Sonny Gray. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Cardinals are minus 118. The Diamondbacks are plus 100. We've got a total of 8.5. The Cardinals are 22-26 on the road, 24-22-2 to the over on the road. Arizona 23-25 at home, 24-21-3 to the over at home. I think over 8.5 might be in play in this game, but better than that, guys. I just like the Diamondbacks at plus 100. I'm not a huge fan of Sonny Gray pitching on the road in this exact matchup. Ryan Nelson's been really, really good. The Cardinals' bats don't look the best, so definitely the Diamondbacks here are a solid play in my book. Cruising right along, we've got the Minnesota Twins going on the road to take on the Colorado Rockies. The Twins just lost to the Rockies in game one. Not a great look. 47-50 on the year. We don't have a confirmed starter for the Twins for this game, which is a little bit odd to me. We'll see who they put out there on the mound, but the odds makers definitely are loving whoever it'll be. Now, the Twins bullpen looked great for a stretch there this season, but a 4.13 bullpen ERA. Certainly not amazing right now, so definitely worrisome numbers there. The offense hasn't been anything too special either, so definitely concern abounds for me right now about the Twins, who are 20th in the majors in runs scored and 22nd in batting average. Now, they're taking on a Rockies team that's terrible. They're 23-74 on the season, so it doesn't get a whole lot worse than that. I would assume they're also pretty terrible when they're coming off a win as well. Let's really quickly double check that stat. Now, coming off a win, the Rockies are an MLB worst 6-16, so that's pretty bad. We'll see what they do here, handing the ball to Antonio Senzatella, who's 3-13 on the year, a 6.60 ERA. His last start, 5 innings, 8 hits, 4 earned runs, and a 10-2 loss there against Boston. We'll see what his numbers look like against the Twins this season if he's faced Minnesota. No, he has not faced Minnesota this season, so we'll see how that looks. Obviously expecting him to be bad, expecting the Rockies bullpen to be terrible, a bullpen ERA of nearly 5. The offense has been one of the worst offenses in the majors this season. They are 27th in runs scored, 26th in batting average. Tovar dealing with the back issue, or Tovar dealing with that oblique issue, is back in the Rockies lineup, so maybe that helps them a little bit. But yeah, I mean, looking at the numbers here, the Twins are minus 190, the Rockies are plus 158, a total of 11.5. Seems like a big number. Minnesota 19-29 on the road, 27-18-3 to the under on the road. The Rockies are 10-36 at home. That's an MLB worst. They're 24-21-1 to the under at home. I'd lean a bit towards under 11.5 here. I can't give you a huge lean on the side though because we don't have a starter yet for the Twins. Rounding into the home stretch here, guys, we're looking at the Milwaukee Brewers going on the road to take on the LA Dodgers. The Brewers come into this game 57-40 on the year, fresh off another win. They're dominating the Dodgers right now. They are off to an 8-game winning streak at the moment. They swept the Dodgers not too long ago. One game one of this series, 2-0. They'll hand the ball here in game 2 to Freddie Peralta, who's 11-4 on the year, a 2.66 ERA. He's been lights out, 6 2/3 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run against Washington. He started against the Dodgers back on July 7th, 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs allowed, struck out 7 and walked 1, and a 9-1 win there for the Brewers. So a lot of good history there for Milwaukee. The bullpen hasn't been insane, but it hasn't been bad. A 4.00 bullpen ERA, a number that's getting better. Maybe a little bit banged up right now for the Brewers, but we'll see. I mean, their offense putting up only 2 runs there yesterday, but they've been hitting the ball well. They're 7th in runs scored, 15th in batting average, 10th in on-base percentage, so some very reasonable numbers here as they go on the road to take on the Dodgers, who come into this game 58-40 on the season. They're going to hand the ball in this one to Emmett Sheehan, who's 1-0 on the year, a 2.03 ERA. This is only his 4th start of the season, but a good start against the Padres, a good start against the Astros, and then a pretty decent bullpen appearance there against the Giants. The dude's been throwing the ball well. We'll see what this 25-year-old can do against the Brewers, but like I said, he's been throwing the ball well here so far. The Dodgers bullpen, on the other hand, though, has been a big problem. A 4.38 bullpen ERA is real bad. The offense, coming off a game where they got shut out, maybe a little bit of all-star game hangover there. They're 1st in runs scored, 4th in batting average, 3rd in slugging percentage. I mean, we'll see what they can get done here. The Brewers are plus 115. The Dodgers are minus 135. Total of 8.5 here. Milwaukee, a 500 road team, 24-20-2 to the under on the road. The Dodgers are 33-17 at home, 30-18-2 to the over at home, but I don't know if I'm loving any of that right now, guys. I'll definitely take the Brewers at plus 115 with Peralta on the mound going up against a team he's already dominated. The Dodgers did not look good coming out of the All-Star break. We also, have plenty of reason to believe we'll get a good, healthy dose of that Dodgers bullpen in this game, and that's not a good thing for them either. So the Brewers at plus 115 definitely have a great chance to make the pinned comment. Last but not least here, guys, we've got the Houston Astros going on the road to take on the Seattle Mariners. The Astros took the 6-1 loss in game 1 of this series, so slam that thumbs up button one last time, guys, if you enjoyed cashing the Mariners there with us yesterday. Now, the Astros will hand the ball in this one to Lance McCullers Jr., who's 2-4 on the year, a 6.48 ERA. His last time out, he got shelled by the Texas Rangers. Of all teams, that's not a great look. We'll see what he can do here against the Mariners, a team that he had a mediocre start against back in late May. 4 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts, and a 9-2 win. Okay, fine. We'll see what he looks like in this one. The Houston bullpen's been excellent all year long. No problem there. Top 3, top 4 in the majors. The offense has been pretty bad. 1-1, 5, 3, 2, 6, and 5 over their last several games. They are 15th in the majors in runs scored. They're first in batting average somehow, 10th in slugging percentage, 11th in on-base percentage. But they just find a way to not score runs. So we'll see what they do here on the road against the Mariners, who come into this game 52-45 on the season. They are cruising. They've won 4 in a row. They're 4 games back there in the AL West. This is a very important series. They'll hand the ball here to Logan Evans, who's 3-3 on the year, a 3.75 ERA. His last start was against the Yankees. He got shelled. No way to sugarcoat that, guys. He did not look good. But he looked really good against the Royals and start for that. So we'll see which version here of young Logan Evans we get in this game. Now, the Mariners bullpen has been solid this year. They're not a major concern. I think they'll be okay. The offense has been excellent recently. They went into the All-Star break red hot, and they continued that, putting up 6 runs. They've scored 6, 8, 15, 12, and 5 over their last few games. Cal Raleigh just killing it out there. 38 home runs. They're 8th in the majors in runs scored and 13th in batting average. They're also 7th in slugging percentage. So looking at the numbers here, guys, the Astros are plus 104. The Mariners are minus 120. We've got a total of 8 in this game. Houston, 23-21 on the road. 22-19-3 to the under on the road. The Mariners are 25-21 at home and basically a 500 over and under team at home. I'm definitely leaning towards the Mariners here at minus 120. I've got no problem fading Lance McCullers Jr. in this matchup. Logan Evans does make me a little bit worried, but I think the Mariners can figure things out with that bullpen if they have to, and I think they'll get on the board against this team. So yeah, definitely giving the Mariners here at minus 120. Guys, that's all the games we have for today. Hit that like button for good luck on all of your bets. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let me know in the comments any questions you have on today's slate. I appreciate you watching. You can click the link in the description to check out StumpTheSpread.com, and we will see you guys back here tomorrow for more sports betting action.